my Week 3 battle of the LGA, this week the Chicago Grookies are taking on Bruno, coach of the Chernobyl Dragalgis. This is going to be my first time playing Bruno, but I have been told by multiple people that he is an extremely good battler, and I'm probably going to lose, so glad you guys have faith in me. But let's take a look at their team, my team, and we'll get into the battle. So Bruno's team consists of Palafin, Curum, Galarian Weezing, Azelf, Talonflame, Crocodile, Cobalion, Vikavolt, Lycanroc, Midnight, and Gogoat, with the Terra captains being Vikavolt and Lycanroc. So the first thing I noticed with Bruno's team is that Crocodile is an absolute menace to my team, especially with how big of a ground weakness that I naturally have. Palafin is also very strong. I don't have the greatest counters to it, and same with Curum. Even though my team is super bulky, these Pokemon are just such good wall breakers that I was struggling a bit to find something that would handle them, but I think I've got something figured out. And I think the worst part with their team too is that Vikavolt can provide webs, because overall it's a bit slow, but that patches up that issue. So let's take a look at what I'm bringing. First up, we have Quaquaval, and I'm bringing a defensive set. This is to be able to handle Crocodile. Both Crocodile and Palafin are huge offensive threats, so this and Skarmory kind of intertwine deal with them, but this is more dedicated to Crocodile. Holding the leftovers so we can just get some good passive recovery. Rocking Moxie, of course, because Torrent just isn't as useful ever as Moxie will be. And we're rocking Close Combat, Aqua Step, Knockoff, and Roost. I originally had U-Turn over Aqua Step, but I was running into some issues with Talonflame, and I wanted to be able to hit that, as well as I just really couldn't hit Galarian Weezing all that well. Not that I really wanted to stay in, but if it was at low health, I couldn't just easily revenge kill it. I have enough defense on Quaquaval to be able to take 3 Zen Headbutts after leftovers, if it's like a bulk up Palafin with no attack, but I don't think that's going to come, but it also helps take hits from Crocodile. And then I put the last 80 into attack because I didn't really need the speed, or special defense didn't help me live any hits, so just thought hitting harder would do a bit better. Kingambit is going to be my late game win con. I really only have to remove Cobalion for this to be able to put in some good work. Have enough speed on there to outspeed Galarian Weezing, just if it's no investment, and run in the Shukaberry to take a ground move. And we have Low Kick this week instead of Swords Dance, and that's to hit Lycanroc and Cobalion if we do get like an opportunity where Cobalion switches in. As I said, they have some huge physical threats this week, so Iron Defense, Body Press, Skarmory looked really good. Rocking Taunt on there to stop any opposing setup, or maybe like Defog from Weezing or something like that. And then Roost is to stay healthy. I originally wanted Spikes, but they have 3 Pokemon with Levitate and then 1 Flying type, so it just was not worth it at all to run Spikes, even though it hit like Palafin and Curum well. Stealth Rocks were just better, but we're running those on Colossal. They have no normal type on their team, and their only Ghost Resist is Crocodile, which really doesn't take Shadow Balls too well, so Spectrier rocking the choice specs this week. I have Draining Kiss as well in case I want to try to predict a Crocodile switch in. Hex is there because I do have Pheasantipity, which can try to spread status with Toxic Chain, and Colossal is also rocking Will-O-Wisp, so Hex will do a bit more damage in those situations. And then Haze is my last move in case maybe like Swords Dance Lycanroc, or a Iron Defense Cobalion, or maybe even a Calm Mind Cobalion. So I just thought that that was the best. There was no like attacking move that I was ever going to click, and Will-O-Wisp just didn't really seem too worth it because I'd rather just always click Shadow Ball. Bringing Colossal off of the bench finally, rocking Terra Fairy this week with the heavy duty boots because I don't want to take Stealth Rock damage if I haven't Terra'd yet. Rocking our own Stealth Rocks as I said previously, Will-O-Wisp to burn things. Rock Blast is able to break Curum's Substitute with the 44 attack EVs guaranteed, and as well if anything has Focus Sash like Vikavolt, it's also able to KO Talonflame. And then we have Rapid Spin to remove hazards because we don't want those on our side, especially something like Sticky Webs. And finally, we're bringing Air Balloon Pheasantipity. This is kind of an early game switch into Crocodile because that thing is such a threat. Moonblast, Sludge Bomb, U-Turn, Roost. Just an annoying pivot Pokemon. Hopefully we can spread a bit of poison to allow Spectrier to click Hex, because that does a ton more damage. But yeah, if you enjoyed this battle, be sure to drop a like and subscribe. Wish me luck. Alright, here we are with the battle. My opponent brings Palafin, Weezing, Vikavolt, which is Terra Electric, Crocodile, Cobalion, and Talonflame. Very glad to see no Curum here. Vikavolt does scare me though, because electric types are just scary. I don't have a good ground type. My ground type overall is blanking on his name, Dugtrio. I'm still gonna lead Colossal here, because even if they lead Palafin and they flip turn, I'll just Terra, and that punishes them if I get a Flame Body. So I think Colossal overall just looks the best. I'll get Stealth Rocks up. They do have both of their Defoggers, but I don't know if they would bring Defog plus Webs either, so that's a hard call. That might just be an Agility set on Vikavolt. We'll see. I think overall, just leading with Colossal, though, is best. The only lead I would not like to see would be Cobalion. Alright, and he leads with Vikavolt, so I like this lead here. If they're Focus Sash, it won't matter because of Rock Blast. Now, I should probably look and see if Vikavolt gets, like, any form of ground coverage, because I don't want to get hit by, like, a Mud Shot or just something stupid like that. Because it does get Mud Shot, actually. But I don't necessarily want to Terra right away because of Talonflame. Not Terraing is my best way of dealing with it. So we're just going to Rock Blast here. If he Mud Shots, that's great prep. And I mean, honestly, like, how much would it do to me from a Vikavolt? Okay, so, or Mud Shot. It would do over half. And they just Terra Electric immediately. Makes sense. Don't want to have that that bug weakness. Or like the weaknesses along with bug. And Volt switches out, and then let's see what kind of damage this does. So we go from, holy crap, 424 to 166. That's choice specs, I would imagine, right? I mean, it is Terra Electric, but I mean, god damn. Yeah, that is a guaranteed choice specs Vikavolt, and it's modest as well. So, choice specs, modest. Alright, Cobalion comes out here. We always just go out into Skarmory on this. It's an easy switch in. We'll get a little bit of chip damage off if he goes for anything contact. Wow, that Vikavolt is going to become a problem. I'm already worried about it. Luckily, it's slow, but I mean, that damage was insane. Okay, so let's find out if we can see anything with this. So we dropped down to 298, so we took about 11% from that. So that's a max attack Cobalion. What would come out here? I can imagine either Vikavolt or Talonflame, which if Vikavolt was to come out, and it's not a bug type, how much would I do to it with Body Press? Fucking nothing. Okay. Vikavolt or Talonflame? Because Colossal's slower than Vikavolt, so that, like, that wouldn't be helpful. I could go Spec. What would Spec do to Vikavolt? It could kill. Like, there's a chance. It's just dependent on HP investment. I don't know if I want to do that yet, though. I could also just go Fez. We'll go Fez. I don't think it's safe enough to make the play yet to go Spec. We'll go out here. They stayed in because they were faster. And Volt switches. Okay. Yeah, so definitely taking advantage of the fact that my team has just a horrid ground type. So we see Iron Head and Volt Switch. And that broke our air balloon, so I wouldn't be shocked if Crocodile comes out. And if we don't see Intimidate, I'll imagine Choice Scarf. Oh, this is not looking good, though. I'm getting cooked already. I want to assume it is Choice Scarf Crocodile, though, because Vikavolt not having webs just kind of makes this team pretty slow. So I would imagine it's Scarf, which we do see Crocodile come out here. It is Intimidate, but I don't want to assume that I just take like an Earthquake and that it's not Choice Scarf, because I should be faster than it, but I want to see like what an Earthquake would do to Fez. Yeah, so we do die to that, so we always go Skarmory here. I would have liked to U-turn, but I just can't take that risk right now. I'm already playing on the back foot quite bad, so knockoff here, probably. Okay, no, so Earthquake. Alright, the problem with this Skarmory is that I cannot actually, like, want to say do anything with it yet, because Weezing is right there. Alright, I'm going to make a double out into Spectrier here, expecting either Weezing. Okay, so I swapped first, so they stayed in. Okay, Taunt. Whew. So it's not Choice Scarf, okay, and we didn't die. I got scared there. Okay, so now what does Spectrier do to this? Not enough with Draining Kiss yet, and we don't take a knockoff. All right, we'll go back out into Skarmory then. I could also go Fez now, because I know this isn't Scarfed. I'm going to do that, because I imagine knockoff comes out here, and I would like to at least keep my Rocky Helmet intact. This already lost its air balloon, so, okay. All right, we're pivoting a lot, but I've gotten information out of this crocodile. Like, I was very scared it was Scarf. I know it's not now. So, we got out of that somehow. All right, Cobalion comes out. And this thing's at about 80%. This thing's a huge threat to me, though. I want to just go Quavel here, I imagine. But let me see how much I do to Cobalion. Because we know it's max attack. Yeah, so Cobalion takes 80 minimum if it's got, like, no HP. So we will go out into this here. And I'm not going to, like, try to predict. Well, it is faster with Volt Switch. So I guess I could Aqua Step once on, like, Weezing coming out. We'll do that. Because I don't want to knock off and give this a justified boost. All right, he hard swaps. Let's see what comes out here. This is probably Weezing. Okay. And we do about 20%. And it's Black Sludge. Okay, so this is max HP, max defense. That's the only way it gets that low of a roll. I'm going to go out into Fezandipity here and then try to pivot out into Spectrier if possible, but at least I can get like a Roost off to get a little bit more healthy, because Sludge Bombs only do about like 25, 30-ish. Okay, he doubles as well into, I believe this is Cobalion. Yes. Okay, so I could go Skarmory here. I could also go out into Quavel. What does an Iron Head do to Fezandipity from Cobalion? So I never go down to an Iron Head, but I do take a lot, and I don't really want to risk that. They could also Volt Switch here, considering like Skarmory is pretty obvious. I feel like I've done that quite a few times now, which is why I kind of want to just U-turn more than anything on this, because I take the hit. Yeah, let's do it. Let's U-turn. I think they're going to Volt Switch. Let's go. All right, so we eat that up, and we'll get Switch Initiative here, which is perfect. And Talonflame comes out. If we get a Toxic Chain on this, this would be amazing. No, okay, we did not. All right, we got down to 95. I could go Colossal here and just try to set up my Stealth Rocks, which I think is honestly probably the best bet, because it's not like this thing has too much value at this point, especially after taking that Volt Switch. So, and I could also Will-O-Wisp if Cobalion wanted to come out here, but I'm just going to set up my Stealth Rocks. All right, and this Talonflame has U-turn. So much pivoting on this team. All right, they send out Palafin. So if I Terra, this Palafin can only KO me with Wave Crash. So I'm going to Terra, and I'm going to go for a Will-O-Wisp. I think, yeah, overall that looks pretty good. And this just makes it so we can guarantee live like a flip turn or something like that, because otherwise we would die, obviously. And we will get the 30% chance if any contact for Flame Body, so that would be great. Okay, flip turn. Flame Body? Damn. And as long as Talonflame doesn't come out, we should get a burn here. This is Weezing. Alright, please land. Awesome. Okay, so this is burned. So it's going to negate its Black Sludge, which is great, and we got it down to 75%. I still want to keep Colossal around as a sack, so I'm going to go back out into Fezandipity here. This has been a tight battle. I don't have his team worn down as much as I would like, but I've gotten a lot of information out of it, so doing all right. Okay, so he has Defog here on this Weezing. So yeah, probably no webs on Vikavolt. I'm going to Sludge Bomb this time, as I've swapped out the previous times. They swap as long as we don't see a Cobalion. Nope, this is Cobalion that came out. Okay, so nothing's happening there. And I'm going to go out into Skarm this time. I don't want to take an Iron Head on Fez. He's Volt Switched the last couple times, so I don't know. It's 50-50. I feel like I should switch. So not much reason behind it. Let's see it. Awesome. All right, so we're chipping this thing down more and more. So it's about like, I would say 68 now. Something like that. Okay. I could Body Press here. Probably going to Volt Switch. I don't want to take a Volt Switch with Skarmory, so I'm going to go back out into Fezandipity. The only thing Fez really doesn't like is Crocodile, but I can just go out into Skarmory on that, so I think this is best. And I could also Roost. Okay, yeah, so Volt Switch there. I need to get my Stealth Rocks back up if possible, but Cole is so weak that it's not realistic. Alright, and we see Crook. I'm just going to U-turn out on this. I know I'm faster than it. And another chance for Toxic Chain, which would be cool. Alright, so we U-turn, get this thing down to about 80, and we do get the Toxic Chain. and we'll just go out and Skarmory here. I still have, like, Quaquaval healthy, Spec healthy, so we're doing all right here. Rocks go up. Kind of annoying, but there's a slight chance that I might be able to get rid of them. Not likely, but there's a chance. I'm going to Body Press this time, because he taunted last time, and I would love to get more damage off on this Crocodile. He does swap, though, out into Vikavolt. Alright, so we're going to have to make a sack here. Ooh, we got it. That was like, it's down to about like 62%. That was good. Good body press there. But now something has to go down, and I kind of think it should be Cole. I don't want to take Stealth Rock damage repeatedly for the rest of the battle, but I think I want Pheasantipity around a bit more than I want Colossal. Colossal is just so slow that it really isn't going to do much for me, so let's just sack it here. And they just Volt Switch, which better play, obviously. I think that with it being so slow, it just can't afford to stay in, because I would just come out and Revenge Kill it. I believe Spectrier could KO it now with a Shadow Ball, and even if it's max HP, it is just in range, yeah, so we're good. I am still a bit nervous about Palafin, but I have Quaquaval still pretty healthy, so that should be manageable. Alright, Palafin is back, and it's now in its hero mode, which is so much more threatening, but we will go Quaquaval. I'll immediately knock off just to remove whatever item it's holding, and then from there we can click Close Combat or Aqua Step, dependent. Okay, so it is a bulk upset. Alrighty. Skarmory can beat this 1v1. I just need to go out into it. Protective Pads. Okay. How healthy is Skarmory? I cannot see its HP bar. I'm in the way. Okay, it's doing pretty well. I could sack Fez to get a safe switch in. Or I could just start clicking Close Combat with Quaquaval, but I feel like that weakens me for Cobalion, but I also do have Spec right here. No, I think I want to just go Fez, and he has to just attack me if I'm Fez. He can't continue to set up because of the fear of Toxic. And then I just let this go down and I go out into Quaquaval, or Skarmory. And if it is faster, I'll U-turn, because I'll get a slower U-turn. Okay, goes for Flip Turn. Wasn't expecting that. Gets the crit on Fez and takes it out. Don't really know if that mattered. Talonflame comes out. I don't like this thing all that much. Quaquaval doesn't want to take an Air Slash or a Hurricane. I feel like I probably just need to go Spectrier on this. I don't KO it, but I don't really have a better play here. Everything else is weak to this. Alright. So we will just start clicking Shadow Ball here. Crocodile could come out, and I believe it does take 2 from the range it's at, but it also just depends if it's got HP investment. Yeah, if it's no HP, it should actually die to 2, and if it's max HP, it's a roll on it. Oh, I could have clicked Hex, you know, because it is poisoned, but I don't think Hex would have 2-hit KO'd Talonflame. Oh yeah, it might have. Little bit of a misplay on my end, but not everything is statused, so... Brave Bird. We do take one, and this goes down to Recoil. Unfortunately, we are in range of Jet Punch now. And Palafin does come out, which I expected. Now, I need to figure out if I am in range of Stealth Rocks, because if I am... Okay, so I am exactly at 12%, so I don't take Stealth Rocks coming back in, so there's no reason for me to swap unless I want to have this as a sack, but I think I would rather just click Shadow Ball. I could go Skarmory on a Jet Punch or something. I'm just going to Shadow Ball. We will just let it go down. Unfortunately, I was literally at the perfect amount of HP that Stealth Rocks would have KO'd me. I'm going to go out into Quaquaval here. I'm going to, I think, Aqua Step first turn, and then just start clicking Close Combat on this. I could go Skarmory. It lets Vikavolt come out way too easily. And I still can't, like, touch Weezing with it. So if I can weaken Weezing, I might be able to win. Because Skarmory's faster than Vikavolt. I get an Iron Defense up, I KO it. I just have to remove wheezing. That thing is just going to be the issue for it. And then I can't really go in with King Gambit quite yet because of Cobalion. So, not the greatest situation. I'm just going to close combat this, see how much we do. Okay, that does a good chunk. We just close combat's back. Okay, we do take 1. Now he's got a defense drop too. I think this is in range of a KO. I'm not going to calc it. We're just going to click close combat again. He jet punches. That does KO. Okay, makes sense. I was also -1 defense. I should have thought of that. All right, it's up to these two, which it's totally possible. I just have to play like perfectly. All right, so I'm going to roost this time. Yeah, okay. I didn't see what this Palafin is at, but I want to say it's like 25% or so. I would imagine Wheezing comes out, but if Vikavolt comes out too, I wouldn't be surprised. Now, do I take a hit from this with King Gambit at all? No, King Gambit never takes it, ever. So it looks like we're gonna lose here to this plus Cobalion, because I just can't beat them both. King Gambit will die to a move from Cobalion, so we'll just body press here. GG's to my opponent. Very good. Hold up. Okay, it is possible for that thing to outspeed me with a modest nature. Okay. Yeah, GG's to my opponent. Very good prep on their end. I just didn't have anything for all of the Volt Switch going around, and then flip turn, U-turn. Like, it was just very well played. If I had not a Shukaberry here, you know, I would probably be able to KO this, but alas, here we are. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this battle, be sure to drop a like, subscribe, and I will see you guys all next week for week 4. I'm not going to say peace quite yet because we're still in the battle, but we know it's a wrap here, so. All right, peace.